In one of my previous videos, I built this new Railcar float apron to replace my original one. However, I made a mistake in that I built the deck out of coffee stirrer sticks, which then swelled and shrunk when I stained them with some washes. Plus, some boards came loose as I used tacky craft glue which dissolved from the stains. This bothered me quite a bit, so I decided to redo the whole deck. Now this means throwing away several hours of work, which was a bit heartbreaking to do, but I couldn't really live with it either. The boards at least came up easily. This time around, I took a sheet of paper, used a graphite stick that I normally use to provide better conductivity on my track, and I traced the shape of the rails onto it. I cut out the paper template, refined it some, and then I used it to cut out the same shape from some thin styrene sheet. That also took a few tries to get the right fit. In order to simulate wooden boards, I did a two-step process. Step 1 was to scribe boards into the styrene. This was easy with my hobby knife using the grids on my cutting mat as a guide. The boards were a bit too wide, so I added more scribe lines between each board. I also sanded the edge a bit as the scribing pushed plastic out of the edge. Step 2 was to use my razor saw and scratch in wood grain. In order to bring the rest of the deck up to the height of the ties, I first trimmed off the rail spikes on some ties. These were left over from stripping rail for my Railcar float. I then trimmed the ties to length and glued them in place with tacky craft glue. Once that was done, I glued the styrene in place and weighed it down. I also had to cut some smaller boards, giving them the same scribing and scratching process. And these were cut to length and glued between the braces on the girders. I then primed the deck again with my airbrush. And then I proceeded to apply a few shades of brown and gray to random boards. After that I applied a gray wash and then a black wash. I used an old hairdryer to dry the washes quickly. I didn't want them seeping underneath and loosening the glue. Been there, done that. I may have overdone it with a black wash, however later I can always do some dry brushing to lighten it up. I again used my trusty wood stick to scrape down the rails to get them shiny again. The odd places where paint got scraped off by accident just needed a quick touch up with more black wash and a paintbrush. I also put a bit of brown on the exposed ties. I still wonder if I should have covered the ties, maybe something I'll do later when the mood hits. And as I did before, I used some tacky glue and dirt to hide the seams at the girder edges where I didn't quite get the boards close enough. Always use weathering and dirt to cover up work that isn't perfect. Overall, I think it looks much better. Now, on to getting the apron installed. Stay tuned for that video coming soon. Thanks for watching.